Peace Reflection. I'm back with another reality check for y'all. Today I decided to discuss something that I previously made a song about last week. I will link it, maybe play it in this video, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really decided. I haven't really gotten to that. Just taking one step at a time. But anyways, so what I wanted to address was, what is Babylon? I called this song that I made Babylon, and I was explaining everything. I was just giving it straight raw. I was just giving it down. And most people heard that and just probably didn't fucking understand shit from it because of the mindsets that we have and how we tend to listen to music. We just listen to music for the feeling. We just listen to music for the fucking vibe that it gives us, instead of breaking it down and really understanding what they're talking about, what the artist is feeling and why they're projecting that feeling. But anyways, I wanted to talk about Babylon. I use that word to, what do I mean by that word? Well, I use that word to describe all of the workings of, quote unquote, the man. The man with the puppet strings connected to his hands. Hold up. I don't need no motherfucking clothes. Can't even breathe with a fucking shirt on. Now, what Babylon is anything that is imbalanced with nature, anything that is out of its true nature, and out of its where it's supposed to be. See, now, everything in Babylon that goes from the city, the mentality, the actions, the thoughts, all these are Babylon. Anything that is imbalanced with nature, anything that is out of touch with nature and taking and taking and taking and giving less than they're taking, that is Babylon. If you are in in any relationship, if you are taking more than you are giving, then that is Babylon. You are imbalanced. You are not doing as nature is supposed to, because everything in nature works like it gives energy, receives the same energy. When you breathe in, you breathe the same exact amount of carbon dioxide out as you breathed oxygen in. Same thing as when you drink water, and same thing as when you fucking eat food. You shit out the same amount of food that you put in your body, and you piss out the same amount of water that you put in your body. Now in Babylon, and right now I'm going to refer to the city, I'm going to refer to the mentality that we live in this place that they have built. Mind you, it's all from natural resources. It's all from nature. It's not just like they fucking created this out of nothing. They had to take from nature, and they had to take and take and take and take and build and build and build and build. And what do we have to offer back? Destruction. We have really nothing positive to offer back to nature for taking from it for so fucking long. But anyways, the mentality that we have shaped inside of our minds with this fucked up place that we live in. We are so desensitized to these things. We just look at these things as, okay, how can we utilize this in the best way possible for our own selfish desires? Cut down trees, make houses. Cut down trees, make paper. Cut down trees to make money, to then rule this place. See, money is nothing. Money really is nothing. Money is just a piece of paper that is exchanged for goods that we have to use in order to survive. Ask yourself this. What the fuck in nature has to pay to drink water? What in nature has to pay to eat food? it might have to give some sort of energy to go obtain that food, as in a lion hunting some deer or hunting some sort of meat. But what in nature has this obstacle in the way of their process of attaining food in order to sustain their life? Now, when you think about this, you start to realize, when you think about this with an open mind and without the closed-minded, judgmental mentality we've been given, when you step out of that, you start to see how fucked everything is, how it's all just rigged. It's all just meant to keep us below. We have very limited power. If you have no money, you have very limited power in this society. Now, the people at the top who control this, they created money. So they don't need money. Why do we even use money anyways? It's all for control. It's all for power. It's all for a way to regulate those that are within Babylon. Because in Babylon, nothing is balanced. We are imbalanced. We are quote-unquote non-cipher. Nothing in here is completely balanced, which is why this place is so fucked. Which is why we continue to destroy the earth. We continue to blindly poison our fucking skies with chemtrails. And poison the ocean. See, when you shit in a toilet bowl, that is non-cipher. What in nature shits in a fucking toilet bowl, which then gets filtered through this system, this plumbing system, and then goes through, and then there's this big ass tube that connects to all the fucking toilets in the entire city, and then it goes out into the ocean. Every time you piss and shit in the toilet, you are contributing to polluting the ocean, especially if your diet is just straight poison. That's when it's the worst. But honestly, do you ever even think about how much water you waste, how much energy you waste by using the bathroom, opposed to just going out in the dirt, out in the field, and just shitting and just plopping down and just pissing on a plant and giving it back energy, giving it back life, giving it back love, giving it out of balance, out of understanding. We do not understand these things. We are so imbalanced mentally, therefore it plays out in our physical life, and we start doing things that are non-cipher, that are imbalanced. And it is all because of ignorance. It's all because of stupidity. It's all because of our lack of ability to see what everything is for what it actually is, instead of everything with the cover of our own personal desires and our own personal needs and wants. Not even needs, it's just wants. Okay. So, back to Babylon. Everything in Babylon is non-cipher. Everything in Babylon is imbalanced. And Babylon is just a physical manifestation of the quote-unquote real world, which is nature. Nature is the real world. This is an illusion of the real world. This is just a piece of the real world. All the materials you have here. This is a tree. This is a piece of wood. Came from a tree. This is a piece of plastic. Comes from oil. See, we rape the earth. We steal everything from the earth and we don't give back. We produce things that we then turn into some sort of object and material thing that is glorified, and then that is put value on, and that value is then transferred and transmitted through money. They put a number on it. They put a number, okay, this 5-gallon bottle of water is what, like $20 something? I don't know, but that's just an example. And that's Babylon. That's the imbalanced mindset of thinking. Now, when you take a step back and really question, is Babylon the only way to live? Fuck no, it's not. Fuck no, it's not. That's just the box mentality. Hence why we live in boxes. Hence why we live in these things that keep us comfortable, that keep us warm, that keep us opposed to just building a fucking teepee, opposed to just using clay to build your houses, or adobe to build your houses. We have to go kill and steal and destroy to be happy and comfortable, to be living in peace. And that's just a reflection of our inner being. That's just a reflection of how we feel inside. There's nothing balanced about how we feel inside, which is why we act like such fucking pieces of shit. Directionless pieces of shit. We do not know what we truly want, so we will go out of our way to destroy all that we need to destroy in order to get what we think we want, which then is not even satisfying enough. When you buy a super big house, a house on the hills, a nice mansion, a nice car, and it gets old, time goes by. People start devaluing that model of that house and that model of that car, so you then want to go get another car. A newer car, a better car, a faster car. And it's all just a reflection of our insecurity and our suffer, our pain that is deep within us that we cover up with these fucking masks. Such as material possessions. See, now Babylon is just a reflection of thought. Babylon is literally just thought. It's a way of thinking manifested into a way of living. And once you start to break it down and really get it, really understand how it all works and why it all works and the way it all works and the effect that it has on the natural world and the effect that it has on you, you'll start to see that Babylon is a cancer. Babylon is a cancer to the natural world because it doesn't realize. It doesn't realize it is the natural world. That's where it came from, and that's all it can be. It doesn't know itself. Nothing in Babylon knows itself, which is why it continues to destroy the earth. It continues to destroy all that is around it, to be comfortable, to be happy, to find a sense of identity. Now the way out of Babylon, because Babylon is not only a physical place, Babylon is not only a physical place. When you leave, if you grew up in this place and left the country to go live somewhere in nature, deep in nature, you would still have the mentality that you were born with. You can't run away from yourself. You can't fucking just hide yourself from yourself, because this is who you are right now. You've programmed yourself on a large scale. Whatever you did in your past lives, you've accumulated a certain amount of karma, which then is being played out in this life. And then the same for this life and then the next life. Whatever you do now affects what's going to happen to you later. It's cause and effect. But the way to get out is to wake up, is to realize. Realize all the wrongdoings of Babylon. Come to yourself and forgive yourself for all that you have partaken in, that you now, after analyzing Babylon and seeing all the fucked up shit that it does, after that, coming to terms with it, accepting it, and forgiving yourself for doing all that is wrong. If you are in tune, if you are living in harmony with nature, you can't even fathom the thought of killing, stealing, and destroying nature, which is you. You are everything. You are all of it. And to kill, steal, and destroy what is you is to deny yourself, is to not know yourself out of stupidity and ignorance. And those that do not know themselves will forever suffer. Because life is suffer if you do not know yourself. Life is a wheel of suffer if you cannot come to terms with yourself and accept yourself as you are and live in tune with nature. If that's too hard for you to do, that is Babylon. That is a mentality, that is a thought process of Babylon. Once you start realizing that Babylon is just a fucking cancer for this place, Babylon is just a cell within the cell that is destroying itself and it doesn't even know. When a cancer cell is in a human, when a cancer cell is in a human, it destroys the human body, and the cancer cell doesn't know that it's destroying itself, but it's still doing it. This is exactly what we are doing. And by partaking in any way, by even having a job in this system, is partaking in Babylon. You are not living in harmony when you have to use money to get your birthright. It's our birthright to have water. It's our birthright. We are fucking 70% water. Some of you 80%, depending on your astrological programming and your physical programming. But it's our birthright to have water for free. Disposable for us to drink whenever we need water. What in nature needs to buy water? See, they've set up this illusion in front of our faces because we are so feeble and fucking stupid that we don't see. We can't see any other possibility or reality other than Babylon because of how brainwashed we are. They put money in front of our food. They put money in front of our life. They put money in front of us having shelter, in front of us having food to eat and survive. You have to pay to survive. This is slavery. And the funny thing is, that's exactly how they took over this place. When Europeans came to this region of the world, they had to fucking cause a mass genocide to quote unquote own this place. They only own this place because they have the guns necessary to back that up. They have the manpower necessary to back that shit up. This whole place is built by slaves. Now you can be damn sure everybody that is not the 1% running this whole fucking shithole is going to be a slave. And you will be a slave as long as you do not know yourself, as long as you lack knowledge of self, divine knowledge of self. Free your soul, save yourself, realize yourself, ask yourself, why do I do what I do? Am I destroying anything around me? Am I destroying the planet around me by partaking in what I'm doing every day? When I wake up, what do I do? Why do I act the way I do? Why do I think the way I do? It's all because of programming. It's all because of our programming. On a larger scale, it's our astrological programming, but when you really break it down, it's just the programming that we were given when we got into this life. We didn't fucking ask to be here. We didn't ask to be part of this system. We just popped up. We just came in just like a dream. When you pop up, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you're in the dream, and you're walking around doing dream things. It's the same exact concept. And this is all an illusion. This is all an illusion. They make money this thing that you need, that you glorify, and that you love, and that everybody around you has this certain status of money, this lower class, this middle class, okay, and then this higher class. This higher class is the best class. You want to be there. You want to be the biggest slave, to have the nice cars and the nice jewels and the nice... That's all fucking bullshit. That's all an illusion. That's what they want you to think. That's what they want you to think, because they want you to be a slave. And you're slowly killing yourself by partaking in this. It might not seem like it, but trust me, you are. But the thing is, Babylon doesn't realize. It cannot kill the earth. The earth does this every cycle. It creates something for itself that then wipes out and destroys everything on the planet. But the earth heals itself. Here's an example. There was once an ice age. Everything was destroyed then. There was once an age where there was lava everywhere. Literally everywhere you went would be lava. It's the same exact concept as us, as Babylon. Those that partake in this. So the earth is not fucked. We're just fucked. Babylon is just fucked. The unrealized souls are just fucked. Because they will forever suffer. As long as you don't know yourself, you will forever suffer. All you need to do to get out of Babylon is realize yourself. Find yourself. Really see, understand the connection between this and this. That's how you find yourself. You won't find yourself in anything else. You won't truly find your natural self in anything else. You won't find yourself in no fucking status that you hold yourself to be in. It's all an illusion. And to find yourself, you must wake up. You must wake up to these things and own up to these things. Quit being the bitch. Quit being the slave. Start mastering your mind. Start mastering your reality. Anyways, this has been Reality Check. I want y'all to look around and see everything. And that's the point of these downloads. That's the point of these videos that I'm making. It's to get you to start seeing. And it may not be for everybody. It may not be for all these people that are around you. But that's okay, because they're not meant to fucking awaken in this lifetime. They're not meant to awaken in this point in time. So when you start saying these things to people, when you start realizing it and start saying these things to people and sharing it, they'll fucking reject it. Nobody want to hear this shit. Ain't nobody want to hear this shit. They're too fearful. They're too prideful. Don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody give a fuck about that. They're just worried about what's of their best interest. And when you say this, kind of shit to people, they'll think you're fucking crazy. This is like, nigga, what? The fuck out of here with that shit. Where's your job? Where's your bank account? Bitch, I don't got a fucking bank account. I don't need a fucking bank account. I'm moving to the tropics. I'm going to live with nature, in harmony with nature. I ain't need no motherfucking bank account. Don't mind those people. Let them be. Don't let them bring you down. Don't let them discourage you just because they doubt you. Be yourself. Find yourself. Balance yourself. Love it all. To get out of Babylon, you must love yourself and forgive yourself first. Because Babylon is not only the physical, it's the mental. You must love yourself and accept your mentality as it is and then change it consciously. Consciously implement habits in your life to then change it. But anyways, take this information and do something with it. Apply it into your life, because it won't be anything. You'll forget it. You'll forget it if it's not used. If it's not put to use, you will fucking forget it. And you will suffer. You will never learn if you do that. Now go do something with it. Anyways, peace, reflection. I love myself. Have an amazing day. Until next time. Much love.